expense and all those things in detail. But when we'll have the actual, not in detail, so in overview kind of things we'll give. But when we'll have actual plant sessions, so we'll discuss in more detail, like projects perspective in real time scenarios, what actually we do, so that with example we can show. So I'm just okay.
Okay, okay.
Okay, I'm just dropping here. I'm joining again. Okay, just give me 1 minute, please. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, yes, yes, Satya.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Satya, you are audible.
I'm not. Just Ajit now. Can you speak?
Uh, yeah, you are audible, Satya.
Oh, am I audible now? Okay,
Yes,
thank you.
yes, Satya.
Yeah, yeah. So Okay, let me share my screen. Let's start from the scratch.
Yes, Satya.
You can see my screen. Okay? Yeah. So starting
So,
with the first thing is,
are we going to
sorry.
record this session? I mean, are we going to record this session,
So this is
or
demo session, right?
it will be like acha, main sessions we will record, right? I mean, if I want to
Yes, sir.
prepare.
Exactly.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay,
Correct, correct. This is demo one, so not required. So in main
okay,
thing when we'll start, so we'll keep recording and give it to you so that you can continue. Okay.
okay, okay. Very good.
So main thing, first thing, let's discuss first the introduction, right? So introduction, data migration. Why do people do migration? So first thing, as you are already aware of ETL, so ETL, you already know that ET, extract and transform, and then load. So the load part, as you are going to work on data migration area, so the specifically projects or client focuses on loading part, and that's where the migration concept came. So these are basic steps, but before that, I'll discuss there are some business steps also we need to cover that. Okay. So first thing is before even starting the ETL, right? The basic thing is the business requirement.
Yes,
Business requirement means like what exactly the client or the business wants to migrate. Like if they have a legacy system, like suppose ECC, they are now the business is operating in ECC. You know ECC. ECC is just a
I
version of
have
SAP.
heard
So
this term.
SAP has okay, so you need to okay, we need to make sure you are familiar with all the SAP versions. Like SAP also evolve through the years. First, it was R3, then R2, R3, and then ECC, then S4 HANA. Although like upgraded version, it's like in Windows we get Windows from now Windows 11 we are using, right? So there are various upgraded versions. So SAP also the systems changed in every decade or like every 5 years they keep updating their systems. The infrastructure changed. So earlier the business, most of the business now who are operating under ECC. Now ECC means that is using a traditional database. You know traditional database and
Right,
HANA
right,
database,
right.
right? So ECC,
So ECC and SAP ECC both are different or same?
ECC and sorry.
ECC and SAP ECC, SAP ECC, both are different or
No,
same?
no, no. SAP is a company, right? That is under SAP only. ECC is just uh, for example, let me give you. Uh, there's a smartphone, right? In smartphone, you are getting Android different
Okay.
versions are there, right? Similarly, ECC is the business, just a business architecture, like how people going to use, what are the components used in the SAP environment, like it's a traditional database, what are the kind of design process needs, the look and feel. So that operating under like on a version that is ECC enterprise, that is the enterprise versions. So that was working on traditional database. Now S4
So,
HANA, the mainly
it- so SAP ECC means there is a legacy database like Postgres, Oracle, MySQL, and there is
Correct.
application created on top of this database.
Correct. Correct. So see this ECC is just architecture like SAP versions, but that operates that is just front end. Like you will see as a user whenever business works. So business works, they need to query something, and they want to see some data in the table. That table stores in somewhere in the database. That database is a traditional database, whether it is a IBM DB2 or it is a Oracle or a SQL Server. Okay, so that is the old system. And now as for HANA, when they are migrating, that's purely on HANA. HANA, you know, HANA already is that it's a in-memory database, right? So it is faster, easy to process, and the performance is better. So that's why the clients wants to migrate data from the uh, ECC or the previous, the old systems to new systems. And even SAP also recommending that they are also changing. They changed already. They already given a cut-off date that whoever doing ECC like systems, they are using systems. Now it is mandatory to use S4 HANA because their system is completely on the S4 HANA now. S4 HANA because there are a lot of new advanced technologies, SAP BTPs or some other uh, no, S4 HANA best systems they have created so that business can do their usual uh, no, operations.
So
Okay.
Satya, when we say migration, so in when we do migration, so it is not like we are migrating it into only S4 HANA. We can migrate it into data sphere. We can migrate it
Yeah,
into
migrate to any. I'm giving one example. See, for SAP it is S4 HANA. Okay. If they are migrating data to Oracle they have also updated versions. So migration can be done to a different like a different environment altogether. It's not about SAP. SAP is the mostly used by the client and it's the most demanding. So that's why people prefer. Like now you will learn DMC or LSMW. That is where that is in SAP only, right? The SAP S4HANA, the DMC, LSMWs, or the other iDocs load and everything we do that is in SAP. It's because of the demand. Like people also doing work migration work also in Oracle system. Okay.
so Satya, see inside SAP only we have many terms like S4 HANA, SAP Native HANA, uh, BTC, and data spheres. So so I mean when we migrate, so we can migrate into any of these applications, right? Or all these are same in fact.
No, no, SAP okay. ERP, right? CCC was a ERP central component, right? S4 HANA is a S4 HANA, the HANA native HANA that is there. Native HANA is a just backend, right? So all the data they are storing on in HANA database that their own DB, but we do development also. Native HANA is not only for storing the database, but also doing the development, doing HDI, smart data integrations, flow graphs, and all. That's what all the technical things also we use. But SAP, yes, SAP now operating the architecture overall system design is on S4 HANA, so that like client will work on a new environment plus the backend database is only the native HANA only. That what I was saying, that's correct. Okay. But that also having a lot of things like you learn SAP BTP. Like in future, I'm just giving the SAP has a lot of enhancement, advancement in technology. And when they do the data migrations, so they also use they have a different development like SAP BODS, also SAP tool, right? So you are developing a SAP BODS, SAP native HANA, also data modeling, and also the same thing what you are doing in native HANA, the same thing you can do inside SAP BTP as well. So now they are upgrading day by day. Okay. Understanding in detail, I'll prepare a slide and put it like for your understanding how SAP evolves and all those things in the regular classes. I'll prepare a slide and show that how it evolves and why all these things. But I'm just giving you an overview of like once you've got a source table, like extract, you've got a source table here. And then you got the business requirement. Business requirement is mapping rule. Okay, business requirement is mapping rule. Mapping rule, for example, you are getting, suppose you have a, you are getting first name, for example, and last name. And the requirement is the name length should not be greater than 40. And if there is a 40, let me write it completely. If length is greater than 40, split into different names. Okay, in SAP, there are two things. Okay, if you have first name, last name, as well as if you have big names like business has the names like suppose 200 characters. Okay, name length is suppose 200 characters. So they also store like name one, name two, name three, name four. Okay, like this. So the requirement here is name length, like you get a name, the length is suppose 100, right? So each name should have maximum length 40. So now how you have to split it, like name one you need to keep 40, and then again you need to oh, like split name 2 into 40, name 3 into 40, name 4 into 40. So you have to split it based on the length. There are some functions used inside BODS or HANA that you truncate the name and put it in different name. So then when you load the data, this is transformed like this step is like what we are going to do. We got a data as just name.
So
Just
this
first,
process is inside, we will do inside BODS.
yeah, you can do inside BODS or you can do it inside HANA. This is just a SQL, just a mapping rules. Okay, so you can do that in transformation in your query. You need to, or you can write some SQL function to do it, or some script, or you can use that graphical interface queries and all. You can do that using functions. Okay, that is something you learn, and eventually if you're already working on BODS, then you'll think that how you can do that, and you'll get to know that is easily. You'll get multiple rules. That's how you can do your development and get the output. Once you get your output into name 1, name 2, name 4, then that is the requirement. You got it, but that you got in transformation phase, but now you need to load into the system. That is the main goal. So you got the name like, I'm just giving him a name. You got the name having length 200, like I'm just giving a name like, just keeping name like this. Okay, I'm giving some demo name. What is the length? What is the length of this? 104. So you have to write a rule or script uh, to check if the name is greater than 40. Then first thing you need to do, you have to select the first one and truncate till it is reaching 40. Okay, that is the first thing. Then the second, 41 to 80. Then next it will cover your 881 to 104. So it will be name 1, name 2, name 3. So you'll get 3 names in this case. Okay. So once this is done, then this is just one example. Like you will get customer data, you'll have 100 fields. Okay, 100 fields. Like you will get country code. Country code is incorrect, but you need to fix it. You will get a cross reference. Like country code, you get USA country code. Right, this is country. But SAP does not understand USA. SAP understand US. Okay. So you need to convert that country USA into US. Like for India, IND, but SAP understand IN. It's a two characters. China or Canada, suppose CAD or CAN Canada. If it is three letter or the complete name, SAP doesn't understand the complete description. SAP understands CA. CA is for Canada. Okay. So these are like, this is country example. I'm giving state. For example, Dallas. Okay, Dallas is a state in the US. So that will be a DL. So this is country and region. So data migration, the main rule is we need to convert data into the SAP readable format. How SAP should respond and how it can read the data. So now in our source system, the data is not in the SAP format. It is in the complete business, the old business rules. Like if it is coming from Oracle system, then it is written as or some marketplace in different systems. They're using mainframe systems. Source system can be anything. No, we do not know from legacy the old system they have. So if they are giving data like this, now we are going to migrate into uh, where into S4 HANA or SAP environment. So we need to convert it. So these conversions, everything will capture under transformation rules. And once that is done, we do the validation checks. Validation checks like for country, once your conversion is done, then you need to check against T005 table. There is a T005 config table in the SAP system. So you need to check whether this country is already configured here or not. If it is not, then when you load the data, you'll get error. So before we prepare the load file or sending data into the load job, we need to check, we need to apply in a validation jobs. We have a validation data flow in BODS, you know. So in that step, we need to do a validation. This country US exists in this table or not. You got it? Are you clear or anything? Hello? Hello?
Hello. 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 Am I audible? Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Am I audible?
Hello. Yeah, you are audible. Can you hear me now?
Yes. 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 We can continue.
Okay, so let me just tell me till what point you
We
listened me,
were on.
because I was
We were
explaining.
on India, China, IN, USA. That
Okay, 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 okay. So what I was explaining, right? So if you are getting data like USA or United States like this, SAP need that data to be in a two-letter format, right? Two digit, two alphabets. Okay.
yeah.
So, but whether that tool alphabet is already there correctly or not, for that we have validation transform you need to apply to check this country existing T005 table or not. Okay, so that is a this is validation step.
SAP needs means S4 HANA table, right? Or target table.
As for HANA table. So these tables are already there in the SAP system. You need to pull into your database first, then you need to check whether that this data what we got in our transform table, that data, that column exists in this table or not. This is a SAP S4 HANA table. Okay, this is S4 HANA table. This is just one example I'm giving. And if it is exist, then it is pass. If it is exist, pass. If doesn't exist, then your record will fail. Okay. So if it is exist, means that record is completely fine to be loaded, and you will keep it in a valid table. You'll keep it in a valid table. So if it is valid table, now you will prepare a load file. From valid, you need to prepare a load
Sometimes I'm
table
not
or
able
load.
to see screen. Can you reshare? Can you please reshare?
So it's showing I'm sharing, but yeah, just for some reason. Oh yeah. Can I see?
Yes, now I can see.
Yeah, so this is US United States. Just check this example. Then we passed as US. Then we did a validation against T005 table. This is S4HANA table. If it is exist, this US is exist, then it is a pass. If doesn't exist, then it is a fail. Okay. Then if it is a pass, then it is a valid data. Only valid data we put it in the load table. Okay.
Yeah.
Only valid data we put it in the load table, and then we prepare a either it is a load table or it is a load file. Now load table is there. This is having a load table or file. Why I'm saying file? Because not only we directly load from table, but we prepare file and then directly import into SAP, and through DMC or LSMW we load the data. Now you have data here, all loadable data here. Now we need to put in SAP either through DMC or through IDOC or BAPI or custom program or BDC recording or LSMW. See, LSMW people are using in ECC. Now it is DMC. In S4HANA, DMC people are using. LSMW is that is a legacy one. DMC in S4HANA. Okay. And this is having like most of the projects they are using DMC, that is vastly used. And here in DMC, how we load the data, like We have data in the table, then we need to create a connection. If it is a table, we need to create a connection. If it is a file, directly you can log into this tool and upload. And then there are different steps we'll discuss in our detailed sessions. Like every step you'll be knowing that. But this is just a generic steps what we do. And then you need to process this loaded data.
No, actually, I worked only on BODs, so
That is
not on
fine.
this.
See,
I don't.
yeah, that's fine. See, in BODS, if you worked on creating a job, so you know data store, right? Data store.
Yes, yes, yes.
So data store you connected to database. The similarly data store we can connect to directly into S4 system or any SAP system or any target system.
Yeah.
So once you connect that data store, then you need to pull that table, target table, or you can pull the IDOCs.
Import.
There are different IDOCs or functions you can pull inside BODS, and then that you can drag inside your job. You need to develop a load job that I'll show you. That show you end to end how the load job we prepare and to IDOC, how we uh, pass the data and it gets loaded into the system. So that I'll show you, and through DMCA also how we do. So there are different load methods. If you know DMC IDOC custom program is just a simple process that ABAP team will does. You just need to load. If you know DMC and IDOC, then you cover the most of the data migration load part. And there are some additional things also which there. It depends upon the very less projects. Okay. So these two things I'll like will prepare the steps in the tool directly. I'll show you. But here only I can show the connect to this remote desktop. You can see this. So now the access will be get ready by the time you log in. Now we requested for the access. Now we got this remote desktop. Inside that, you'll see SAP tool is there, and BODS also will get those software installed so that like here you'll able to see. Now we have HANA is there. SAP HANA Studio is there. So you know data modeling.
Data modeling in HANA Studio, I'm
All right. So that
using
see
SQL.
now if you are there, SAP like for development, you can either use HANA Studio for only for DB, just storing the data, use as a source and target table. Also, you can use for data modeling, but as it is a BODS mainly, so through BODS, will pull the data from HANA and then target table will put the data in the HANA. And then SAP, again, it's a data store connection we need to do. And in DMC, it will be directly in the systems. The integration has to be done through DMC to HANA. That also another steps. So those things happens to load through data migration cockpit through different steps, and how in the backend the configuration changes. So those things also will show you. This is SAP login. Okay, so the team will share the password and all by the time we start. So today we got the system, so it will get ready and then we can log in and show you in the next class onwards. Like what I am discussing, everything else will in the systems, and you'll get used to like SAP's different versions and all. How you log in and how SAP you look and feel before you know all the steps of data migration. Okay, any questions you have?
No, sir, yes. So this is ECC or S4? This one.
This is the versions A4H. This is S4 HANA. See here written as S4 HANA 2023. Okay, you can see this, right? This is S4 HANA system. See, this system where we'll directly do the load. Okay? This is not source system. Source system can be anything. This is our target system. But target system, we prepare, either we prepare our data because this is training purely. So we'll prepare our sample data, how it looks like, how it can be loaded. So mostly SAP focuses on which system we are loading. Where we are getting, that is business work, not our work. Okay.